I'm Tor Roxburgh, and my story, The Tidings, is in Who Sleuthed It. So the idea for this story came a couple of weeks after I went for a walk in my local town. I was near the railway station, just walking down the pavement, and I looked under a tree and there was this gorgeous cockatoo, but dead. I mean, there's nothing so strange about that, but it was in magnificent condition. It looked as though it should be alive. It looked as though it had fallen out of the sky. Something unnatural had happened to it. Anyway, that image stayed with me for a few weeks and led to the story. So here it is. Everything inside my nation is my business. So I felt a sense of responsibility when the human and the cockatoo died. I didn't witness either death. I was too busy patrolling the border on the other side of the railway line. But I heard the cockatoos yelling, and not long after I heard police sirens, and the sound drew me back. My family and I flew over the houses and we saw the dead human lying on his back. I could smell the blood, but I didn't go down because the garden was overflowing with human tidings, police, paramedics, onlookers. Instead, we landed on the nature strip, which is when I saw the second body. We magpies, we get on well with cockatoos. And I'd been close to this one. And I felt a wave of sorrow seeing my friend lying on the ground, the noise and clatter of humans uncomfortably close. He lay beneath a tree, his feathers crisp and white, his crest a perfect vivid yellow. He was an old bird, in his 60s, but I knew it was murder. There'd been 15 other cockatoos who'd died in the past 2 days, and the avian world was alive with the news that a human was responsible. We didn't know who, but massacres are a human habit. A policewoman wandered over. I was familiar with this one. When she was a new adult, I'd seen her in uniform, correcting the younger humans at the railway station. She no longer wore a uniform, but she had that same air of being on patrol. She took a photo of the cockatoo's body, and I didn't move away. Humans are insufferable in springtime, but my chicks were already flying. I even stepped a bit closer. I wondered what she wanted. They usually ignore our dead. She waved to someone, and another human, a man, arrived with a bag of equipment. It's probably nothing, but treat it as a potential piece of evidence. She pointed as she spoke. I know it's just a dead bird. Well, I couldn't help myself. I used a particularly choice old birdic phrase, and to my astonishment, she reacted. She looked around uneasily, but then she walked off, heading away from the dead human's house toward the neighbour's front gate. I felt a burst of excitement. It wasn't just that she understood me. It was the possibility of putting her to work to help to find a way to end the deaths. I gave a loud flap of my wings and I lifted into the air and I landed in front of her. She stood as still as a field mouse under a hawk. Well, that's it. If you want to hear the rest, you're going to have to buy Who Sleuthed It. Thanks very much for listening.